after living the year of 2021, I have to say this. Thank you, 2021, for not letting me down like you did in 2020. Because 2020 was a fucking nightmare, and it completely ruined my life, and I thought my life was over. But this year, it saved my life. It really did. So, do you want to hear my full thoughts on 2021? Let's get this started. Cue the intro!
I'm asking you please a little help. Tell me you'll be there when I need somebody else. I need help. I need help.
Alright. Hey guys, Bunny Plus fan, we're back again, and this is it, guys. The moment you all been waiting for is here. This is a review. This is a video that I want to do for a very long time now, ever since 2021 start to improve. So today, guys, I'm going to give you my full thoughts on 2021. And I have to say this, guys, this year has been a huge apology to 2020. But to tell you the truth, guys, even though this year was a really good year, this year did have a lot of ups and downs for me. I'm not saying that this year was the most underwhelming year that I ever had in my life, but this year was a really good year. I'm not saying that it's great or amazing. It was a really good year. And I have to say this 2021 has been so much fun. I had a blast in 2021 ever since the starting with May. So anyway, guys, let's get started with 2021. Now, before I get into 2021, let's get into the final day of 2020. Because I don't know that I mentioned that in my 2020 extreme rant. So anyways, guys, let's get this started. So December 31st, 2020 was amazing. A reason why, because a lot of people at my work were excited that 2020 was coming to an end, because 2020 was a bloody nightmare. And then what happened is that everything turned out to be really, really great. Now, my only biggest issue that I had with the final day of 2020, what happened was it was a weekday, and unfortunately, guys, my mom did not allow me to stay up until midnight to watch the New Year's Eve countdown. Like, seriously? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? I can't stay up until midnight? So, do you know what I did for payback? I actually watched the New Year's countdown on my phone live. That's what I did. So yeah, despite that. So anyways, guys, let's get to 2021. Now, January started out bad. That's right. January started out bad. January of 2021, it started out pretty bad for me, because what happened is that COVID-19 was still going, and my state was under lockdown at the time. And the only good thing that I really liked about January is that I actually watched most of my DVDs, and in January, guys, I actually watched the first 5 seasons of Impractical Jokers. That's right, I actually watched Impractical Jokers. If you guys don't know what Impractical Jokers is this popular show on True TV, which I know that I think True TV is actually like an American channel, because I know that some channels that we get in the United States are not available in different countries, like the UK or Ireland, for example. But Impractical Jokers, it's a really funny show. It's really funny, and heck, even one time, my mom sat down and watched Impractical Jokers with with me, and we had a really good time watching it. Which there were some scenes in the first season that kind of grossed us out. Like I remember that in that episode that Sal got a punishment, and what happened was he has to pick up dog shit with his bare hands, and some guy looked at him and was like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh, don't worry, I collect these. This is for my collection." And me and my mom were grossed out. It was so funny, and my mom was like, "Okay, that was so gross." But don't get me wrong, there were some shows in the show that we had to go laugh at. And of course, I also watched the Adam West Batman, the second season, part 2, which that was really awesome. And I also watched and I also in January I also finally watched The New Mutants, because originally I was supposed to go see that movie in theaters, but due to COVID-19, all of the movie theaters in my state were shut down, and we were under lockdown at the time. And due to most movie theaters being shut down due to COVID-19, sadly guys, The New Mutants was a box office bomb. Like seriously, like it was a really good movie, but personally they should have delayed it to 2021. That means more people can go see it. And then I also watched Scoob as well, and yes, I already did reviewed on Scoob back in the summer of 2020. So yeah, that was really good. Now, anyways, guys, now let's get into my negatives that I had with January. What happened is that since COVID-19 in my state were doing a lot worse at the time, I had to wear this special uniform thing, and what happened is that unfortunately I actually clocked out of work, and I saw my city bus sitting outside waiting for me, and then I actually give him the one finger, not the flipping the bird finger, but the one finger means like wait a moment. So I have to go to this special room thing. I had to go to like an empty room that's actually one of the residents, but the residents didn't even stay at that room during that time, because we actually used that room to change into our special uniform. And once I changed out my special uniform and put on my regular uniform, the bus was leaving, and I was chasing after the bus, and then I actually went back to work, and then called my bus station that if there was a way that she can turn around and pick me up. And then one of the employees said that there's no way that she can turn the bus. And I was so pissed off that, you know what I had to do? I have to walk a 1-hour walk from my work all the way back to my apartment. What the fuck? Seriously, what the hell? So yeah, I was really pissed off that I was so pissed off that once I got home, I didn't say like hi to my grandmother or my brother or anything like that. I was really pissed off. So that was like the only thing that happened to me in January of 2020. That was the only bad negative thing that happened to me. And so anyway, guys, now let's get into February. February was okay-ish. It was alright. And then I got 2 negatives that I have with let's get into the good size. So the good thing is that I was finishing watching Batman the second Adam West series, and it was actually pretty good. It was awesome. Come on, Adam West Batman is a classic. And then I started continuing watching Impractical Jokers at the time. And also I forgot to mention, back in Christmas of 2020 I did manage to watch the Impractical Jokers movie, and that was a really funny movie. And unfortunately, guys, I did not know that I didn't mention this in my 2020 Extreme Rant, that originally, guys, I was originally supposed to go see Onward and Impractical Jokers after I saw that movie, I Still Believe. If you don't know what I Still Believe is, it's actually a Christian based on a true story about Jeremy Camp, that his first wife had cancer, and sadly his first wife passed away, and then Jeremy Camp got remarried to a second wife, and he had kids. And throughout his whole music career, his second wife, and his kids do mention about his first wife a lot, and his first wife was actually his very best friend before they got engaged and got married. So yeah, that was a really great movie. So anyway, guys, let's continue. So as for the month of February, I was watching more of my DVDs, However, and then let's get into the most biggest negatives that I have. If you guys remember my friend Priscilla from my Paw Patrol the movie vlog, if you guys are wondering how did I know her, she used to work at my job, and she does know that I do make videos. She doesn't know she does not know that I have Instagram or YouTube, because I want to keep that, because if you subscribe to my channel for a long time now, you guys already know that I'm trying to keep my YouTube channel a total secret from my family. And the only person in my family who does know that I have a YouTube channel is my brother. That's the only person that I know in my family who does know that I have a YouTube channel, and me and my brother does keep a total secret about that. So anyway, guys, let's continue. So if you guys remember my friend Priscilla from my Paw Patrol the movie vlog, I remember one day I saw like a lot of gifts around Priscilla's decks, and everyone was giving her hugs and all that. I was thinking that it was like his birthday at first, and then I was like, something is not right. Something is not right. So I actually walked up to Priscilla, and I talked to her like what was going on. And when she said she's quitting sorry guys, God damn it, I almost revealed the name of my work. Damn it. Sorry about that, guys. So basically, and then for some reason my friend Priscilla said she's going to quit working at this job, and she's going to another job. And my reaction was like, what? Oh my god, like I was in shock. Because my friend Priscilla was one of my great friends. I was like, oh my god, now what? Because I'm gonna see the Paw Patrol movie now. Which I was sad and I was crying, and I told my friend Priscilla that I'm really gonna miss her. And best of all, guys, she gave me her phone number. And yes, guys, Priscilla and I do text a lot. But normally I text her on the weekends, because she normally has like the same schedule as me, not the same hours, but we work 5 days a week, so that's awesome. So and then let's get into the biggest thing I had with February is that I remember that I was watching Impractical Jokers, and I got a phone call from the bus around like at 5 p.m. In the evening, and I was like, why is my bus station calling at 5 p.m. in the evening? I thought they closed at 2 or 3. And so what happened was I decided to let the phone go to voicemail, and the employees told in the voicemail that they say that they had to suspend sorry guys, I don't want to review my bus station. Sorry guys, I don't want to review my bus station secret. Sorry guys. So basically, I got a phone call from the bus, and they told me that they were gonna suspend operation for 2 weeks because one of the employees at the bus station got tested positive for coronavirus. And I was like, oh my god, that is terrible. Which I was upset, and then when my mom got home from work later on that evening, I mentioned to my mom that my bus station had to suspend operation for 2 weeks. And the thing that kind of pisses me off is that my mom did tell me that there were some days that my mom has to be at work at 7 in the morning. So there were certain days that I have to walk to work and walk home from work. And there were some days that my mom had to pick me up, had to drive me to work, and I had to walk home. And so yeah, it was terrible. So anyway, guys, now let's get into March. March was an okay-ish month. It was alright. Nothing to excuse me guys, I almost burped. Sorry guys, I almost burped. Back on saying. So and then so what happened is that I would remember that I was walking home from work one day in March, and then for some reason I passed by Target, and I was like, wait a minute, I have Christmas money. Maybe I can stop by Target on the way home. So and then I remember later that day I mentioned to my mom, I was like, hey mom, I have a question. You know how Rio Metro is closed? Oh darn it, never mind guys, never mind. I reviewed the name of my bus stations. You know what? Just fucking with it. Just fuck it. So sorry guys. Just screw it. So anyways, guys. So yeah, if you guys do not know, the bus station that I ride is Rio Metro. It only rides in my city. So thank goodness for that. So it's a metro bus station, if you guys are wondering. But it's okay, guys. I don't mind. I don't mind. At least I didn't. At least it's not like. At least the bus station is not like doesn't have like the city and then it says metro, so that makes sense. That makes sense. So anyway, guys, like I was saying, guys. So I remember that, I got home from work later that day, and then I said, "Hey, mom, since the bus station is closed for 2 weeks, is it okay I can go to Target and buy the movie Soul with my Christmas money?" And then my mom said, "Of course you can. After all, since Target it's very close to the apartment, of course you can buy." So after all, you did ask me, so you can buy Soul with your Christmas money, or you can buy some other movies as well. And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And then the next day, when I was walking home from work, I did manage to get Soul on Blu-ray, and not only that, guys, I also got some other DVDs as well. I got Space Jam, the first movie, leading up to Space Jam: A New Legacy, and I did manage to get Paw Patrol Rubble on the Double, but I had to hide it from my work. But something amazing happened to me on that, so stay tuned for that, guys. So and then I also managed to get Paw Patrol Dino War to the Rescue, and I got this big Paw Patrol coloring book with all the Paw Patrol episodes and all the Paw Patrol TV specials from Mighty Pups, Ray Ray's Rescue, and Jet to the Rescue. It was great. And also Dino Rescue as well. So it was awesome. It's a great coloring book. And no, guys, I haven't colored in that coloring book yet. I'm actually coloring my other Paw Patrol coloring book, the All Fired Up one, which is actually one of the very first Paw Patrol merchandise I ever got. So anyways, so basically, I did manage to get some other DVDs. I also got I got a DVD collection. I also got the Jetsons movie. I also got Alvin the Chipmunks Halloween, which I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to save it for this Halloween this year in 2022. So anyway, and then I also got some other DVDs and all that. It was actually really great. And now, guys, let's get into the biggest negative I have with March, and that's March 31st, the last day of March. So what happened is that I remember when I got home from work, and me and my brother got home from work, and then my mom and my grandmother were not home at the apartment. And then I remember when my mom got home, she was crying, and then me and my brother was like, "Whoa, Mom, you okay?" And then my mom said, "Listen, you two, we need to have a talk. We need to have a family talk. I got a phone call from the hospital that Papa was at, and since the cancer is getting so worse, and since Papa's body is about ready to shut down, we had to go see him before he dies." And I was like, "Oh my God, that is terrible!" Which my reaction, which I was really numb. Which if you guys know what numb is, it's another word for sad and a little. It's kind of like a thing that you don't like feel yourself that day, you know? So anyway, and then on April Fool's Day, I had to make an announcement on YouTube saying that I have to take a break from YouTube for a week due to the fact that my papa is passing away. And thankfully what I did manage in the video that I didn't say it wasn't like an April Fool's joke or anything like that. It was 100% serious. And thankfully, guys, all my fans totally understands, especially Lumber Rocks Strikes Back. He's a really great YouTube friend of mine, especially Nick Hicks 2001, Frozen 2 Fan 2004, Parker Preston. I really love those YouTubers. They're like a family to me, and especially all my subscribers. So anyway, and then on April 2nd, however, the second day of April, I had to we basically went to the airport, and we basically fly to Arizona, because that was where Papa was staying at in the hospital. But it wasn't actually like an actual hospital. It was like a rehab center, that kind of thing. that kind of thing, something like that. And then basically, when I knocked on, and then when we went to the rehab center, when I knocked on Papa's door, um my Papa was asleep. And then when I rubbed him, I was like, Papa, it's me. And then when he looked at me, he basically smiled at me like an oh my god face. And I have to say is I will never forget that smile, the way how he smiled at me. And not only that, guys, I also brought my Polaroid film camera with me. And thankfully, guys, I did manage to take my mom did manage to take a photo with me and my Papa, and I still have that photo to this day, and I will always forget it. And on top of that, we basically read him like a goodbye note, because he was passing away. And the reason why that we stayed there for a week, because we did not know when Papa was going to pass away. So, and then like for the full entire day, we were spending time with Papa. Like we were having like lunch there, we were having snacks and all that. And best of all, guys, in the TV room, in the room where my Papa was at, I managed to watch the Harry Potter movies. That's right, I managed to watch all the Harry Potter movies. Like there was like which they actually showed all the Harry Potter movies, and we stayed there for the entire day, and I managed to watch the Harry Potter movies, and it was a really and all the Harry Potters are great movies. And yes, guys, I did manage to watch Harry Potter, the first movie, on the day when the first movie turned 20 years old, to celebrate the movie's 20th anniversary. Oh, and then also I forgot to mention, I remember one time I was watching Harry Potter, I heard that the actress who played as Draco's mom sadly passed away, which I was really sad. And the thing that really pisses me off is that not only that she played Draco's mom in Harry Potter, she also played as one of the characters in the James Bond movie Skyfall, aka my favorite James Bond Daniel Craig movie. It's my favorite. Which, yes, guys, as of right now, Daniel Craig James Bond Skyfall is still my favorite James Bond movie, and my second favorite James Bond movie is No Time to Die. So yeah, so basically, we stayed there for the whole entire day, and I remember when we got back to our hotel room. If you're wondering what hotel that we stayed at the hotel called the Hempin Inn, and that was great. And then for some reason I remember that we were in the hotel room, and my brother and I were watching a marathon on TBS. We were watching a funny game show called Wipeout, and then for some reason my mom got a phone call from the rehab center saying that ever since that they turned on Papa's machine thing to help him breathe, his breathing is like really decreasing. And then we were about ready to go to the rehab center. We were about ready to pack our things until Mom said, "Listen, you guys, I want to see Papa. I'm her kid. I want to spend the last final hours with my dad. I want to spend the last hours with Dad before Papa passes away." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So for the full entire day, me and my brother were watching Wipeout and all that. And then around like 2.5 hours later, I got really sleepy, and I passed out. I really fell asleep because I was really tired. And then around like 1:30 a.m. in the morning, it was on Easter Sunday. My 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 mom came into the room, and she did announce that Papa did pass away. And my reaction to that, I was really numb. Like I wasn't like crying or anything like that. I felt like in a really sad, numb kind of way. And then for the whole entire day, we didn't like feel ourselves today. And my mom like stayed in the hotel room bed for the entire day because she was really sad, because me, my brother, and my Mimi fully understand of what my mom was going through. So what happened was my Mimi took us downstairs, and we got and actually bought some hotel snacks. That's right. They have like a hotel bar that you have to pay for the snacks though, but that was actually really great. Oh, I forgot to mention, and then like a couple of days later, after my Papa passed away, to cheer my Mimi cheer us up, and we have some pizza there. It was delicious. And not only that, guys, my Mimi went to the hotel deck saying that there was like a pizzeria around here in this area, and then the hotel employee gave my Mimi like a flyer for the hotel for the pizza restaurant, and the hotel staff said, "Trust me, you will love this pizza. Even though the pizza is expensive, the reason why it's expensive because you'll love that pizza. The pizzas are the bomb." And then if you're wondering what kind of pizza that we got the supreme pizza with like all the meat and all that. And ever since I had that first bite of that pizza, I have to say this, you guys, that was like one of the best pizzas that I ever had. Because like the whole entire pizza, it was covered with nothing but toppings and all that. It did have cheese on there, but oh my goodness, they covered the whole entire pizza with toppings, and I have to say this, it was so delicious. It was awesome. And no, guys, I forgot what the pizza place was called though. But other than that, guys, it was one of the best pizzas I ever had. And on top of that, we actually and then on top of that, my Mimi's birthday was coming up. She was turning 80 years old. And then we actually went to the a restaurant, and it was actually really great. We had steak there. It was actually really delicious. And then and then after that we fly back home, and then and that was part of March. And now what's so I mean not March, April, but let's get into the middle part of April, which unfortunately, guys, I have something to tell you guys. There's something that really bad happened to me on April 20th, 2021. But I'm going to say that part for last because it's really stressful to talk about. So anyways, guys, and then I remember guys, now let's continue to April, and I'll say that worst part for last. So anyways, and then after we got back home, my Mimi, my mom was on her cell phone looking for houses, and then I was like, something is not right. Why is my mom on the cell phone for? So basically, what I basically did, I was actually playing on my Xbox and all that. I was playing Wheel of Fortune, and I was playing some action games. Like I was playing like Grand Theft Auto, Mortal Kombat, and South Park: The Stick of Truth, and all that. And then I didn't basically worry about it. And then a few days later, when I got home from work, my mom made an announcement that we're going to move. And I was like, and my reaction, I was in shock. And I was like, whoa, where at? What we're gonna move to? And then my mom said we're gonna move in the neighborhood right by where the casino is. And I was like, oh my god. Which my reaction, I was not looking forward to move because the apartment that I used to live at, I actually lived around like a block away from Target, and ever since during the summer of 2018, I actually went to Target on my own, and I bought like a lot of movies, DVDs, pop cultural merchandise, all that. So yeah, and my moving experience, it was really stressful for me because we had to like pack like a lot of stuff, and there were like moving boxes all over the apartment living room and all that, and it was really hard to squeeze through. It was tough. So yeah, so anyway, guys, and now let's get into the day that I basically moved out. It was really tough. The final day that I actually slept at my apartment, it was like the saddest night I ever had. And it was really tough. It was really, really sad. And as of right now, guys, and ever since I moved moved into the house, I was trying to get used to it. And over the months and months and months, I started getting used to the house. It was really great. Alright, guys, and now let's get into May. That's right, guys. We're going to get into the start of 2021. Start to improve. May was a great month. It was so great because my mom's friend who actually lived in California, because if you guys do not know, I was born in California, if you guys are wondering, that one of my mom's best friends from California came and visited us, and we actually went to Carlsbad Caverns, which is actually a place that I go inside of like a real cave and all that. It was so cool. It was awesome. And then we also went to the Alien Museum and all that. It was really great. It was a lot of fun. And then I remember that one day when we were staying at a hotel called Home 2, that was the name of the hotel that we stayed at. I remember once we got into the hotel, I remember that I was about ready to turn on the TV and watch the TV, and then for some reason on the remote, I saw the Netflix button went go. I was like, what? And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, we have Netflix in this hotel room? And then I turned on the TV, and then it had YouTube and Netflix, and I was like, no way, we get Netflix. And then my mom's best friend said, hey, don't. I was like, hey, don't worry, I can sign into Netflix so that way we can watch Netflix. Oh, I forgot to mention, and also, not only that, guys, I also watched Mitchell's vs. Machines on Netflix in the hotel room. That's right, I watched the Mitchell's vs. Machines on the hotel room in our hotel room, and it was amazing. It was fantastic. And by the way, I also had Subway pizza for the very first time. That's right, I had Subway pizza for the very first time. If you're wondering that was on my pizza, I had pepperonis, green peppers. I had mushrooms and olives, and it was so great. It was delicious. That was my very first time having a pizza from Subway. It was awesome. And then anyways, guys, now let's get into June. June was nothing too special. It was actually really good. And then I remember one day at my work, one of my friends walked up to me and said, hey, guess what, I got a big surprise for you. And I was like, a surprise? And then she pulled out her phone, and I was like, okay, this is not a surprise, you just point out your phone. And I was like, no, I got a great surprise for you. And then she went to the local news app on her phone, and then she pulled out an article that movie theaters were reopening. I was like, yes, movie theaters are reopening after a year. Woohoo! Yes, I can go see Paul the movie. Take that beyond the bed, you piece of crap. So yeah, I was so excited that movie theaters were reopening, and I remember that day I actually told my mom that movie theaters were reopening. And unfortunately, I was originally supposed to go see Ride the Last Dragon in theaters, but when my mom looked up on her phone, she only had like 3 show times for like each movie that was playing, not only Ride the Last Dragon. It was because this was at the time when movie theaters were starting to reopen at the time, and then my mom told me, listen, I know you're super excited that movie theaters are reopening, but let's just wait a while, okay? Let's just wait a while. And I was like, what do you mean a while? We're gonna wait for like 5 months or something? And I was like, no, not that long. Let's just wait for like 2 or 3 months, and then we'll go back to the movie theaters. And I was like, okay, I can wait. So yeah, I was so happy that movie theaters were reopening, and my reaction, I was crying tears of joy. I was so happy that movie theaters were reopening in my state. It was awesome. So anyway, guys, now let's get into July. July was a great month. It was actually really fantastic. And I remember in the middle of July, I actually went to California because my brother's best friend that he know ever since elementary school he was getting married, and my reaction to the wedding, it was actually a really great wedding. It was actually my very first time going to a wedding, and it was actually really awesome. It was great. And if you're wondering where was the wedding held at, it actually was held in my brother's best friend's backyard at his house. But it was actually a really great time. And also not only that, Joshua's sorry guys, my brother's best friend, his name is Joshua, by the way, if you guys are wondering, which that's his name. So basically, and then what happened is that him and his wife actually made homemade macarena, homemade God, I forgot the name of that alcohol. Homemade macarinas. I believe was it called, and it was no carbonated or anything like that. And I had it, and it was good. It was actually really delicious, but I didn't actually drink the whole thing. I usually have like around like 5 or 10 itty bitty sips of it, and then I just like throw it away. So yeah, and I did have some wedding cake as well, and the wedding cake, it actually tasted like a cupcake more than the cake, but it was actually really great. I really loved it. It was really delicious. And then not only that, I also went to Downtown Disney as well. That's right, I went to Downtown Disney, right by where Disneyland is. And if you want, and I bought like a lot of merchandise. I bought a Baby Yoda plushie. I bought some lightsaber crystals that goes to my handmade lightsaber that I made back in Disneyland back in 2019 before COVID hit. And then I also got an Olaf backpack keychain. If you guys seen all my vlogs of me going to the movie theaters on my own, if you guys were wondering what was that keychain on my backpack, it's actually Olaf. I actually got that from Disneyland. And it actually looked pretty good on my backpack. It looks kind of cute. And then, I forgot to mention, and also knowing that, my stepmom visited us. That's right, my stepmom, aka my dad's, second wife, came and visited us. Which, if you guys are wondering how my parents got divorced, sorry guys, not gonna mention, total private, it's secret. And if I discuss it, it's awful. So anyways, so basically my stepmom, my dad's second wife, told us that she has a big surprise for us, that we're going out to dinner. And I was like, oh, okay, alright. And then we did not know where the restaurant was going to until we got to the destination, and the place that I went to is an arcade place called Dave & Buster's. And I was like, oh my god, we're going to Dave & Buster's? Awesome! And yes, I played a lot of the amazing arcade games. I played I played Ghostbusters, that was awesome. I also played the Dave & Buster's exclusive games. Like I played Spider-Man Homecoming, that was awesome. And I played a lot of great games, and I also went on this virtual reality card similar ride thing. And if you're wondering what attraction that we picked, my brother and I played the Terminator, based on the movie Terminator Dark Fate, and that was awesome. And I also won 600 tickets. And if you guys see my vlog of what stuff that I got for my vacation, you guys know what I'm talking about. It was great. Anyways, so my vacation, it was actually real great. Oh, I forgot to mention, and also on my ride back home, when we were flying back home on the airplane, I watched The Cruise A New Age. That's right, I watched Cruise A New Age on the airplane on my mom's phone, and I was having some Presto, some trail mix, I was having some water, and it was a really amazing time. And guess what? What a big coincidence is that the movie was over until we landed. That's right. By the time we finished the movie, we actually landed in our state airport, and my reaction when the movie was over, when we landed, I was like, wow, thank goodness we finished that movie just in time. And I didn't text When Rock Strikes Back the next day. And what a big coincidence that me and When Rock Strikes Back watched The Cruise 2 on the exact same day. That's right. On the day when I fly back home, that was the same thing that Lambo watched The Cruise A New Age. He saw that movie in cinemas at Odeon Cinemas. And for me, I watched it on the airplane. Sadly, I didn't see Cruise 2 A New Airplane in theaters, but me watching it on the airplane, I had a blast. Even though it was on Video On Demand, it wasn't on Video On Demand. It was on the airplane movie website thing. So I had a great time. So anyways, guys, now let's get into the greatest month, not the best month, because we're going to say that for next month in September. The greatest month that happened to me, and that is August. August was fantastic. It was so great. So, but I will get into my negative on August pretty soon. So, anyways, guys. So, what happened is that I remember I got home from work on the 20th of August. On the day when Paw Patrol the movie came out, my mom called me, and then I said, hey, guess what? I got a big surprise for both of you. I was like, what is it? Remember your friend Priscilla? I was like, yes. Well, she called me, and she wants me to tell you that she wants to take you guys to the movies. I was like, oh my god, I'm going back to the Star Wars! And then later the next day when my friend picked me up, my mom told Priscilla what movie that we were going to go see, and then my friend Priscilla that we were going to go see Free Guy, that Ryan Reynolds movie. But unfortunately, guys, when we were on our way to the theaters, before that we drive to the theaters, my friend Priscilla was about ready to order tickets for Free Guy, and what happened was, since Free Guy was the #1 movie at the box office during that time, because that movie was out for a week, tickets for Free Guy were sold out, and I was like, oh my god, that means you can't go to the movies now. And then my friend Priscilla was looking on the Premier Cinema app for other movies that they were playing, and then my friend Priscilla said, hey, I got a big surprise for you. And then he showed it to me, and then she showed me, he showed me the tickets for Paw Patrol the movie, the tickets that I ordered because I really want to see it. And I was like, thank you, Priscilla! We're going to see Paw Patrol the movie! Woohoo! Yes! Yes! So yeah, I was so hyped as hell to see Paw Patrol the movie, and I was so excited. And my reaction to Paw Patrol the movie after the movie was over, I was applauding. I was like, that was totally wicked! So yeah, god damn it, I just pushed the wrong button. Sorry guys, thankfully I used Power Director. Back on saying, guys. So yeah, my reaction to the Paw Patrol movie, I was clapping now, saying that was totally wicked. So yeah, that was awesome. So anyways guys, and now let's get into the best month, and that was September. September was amazing. It was so awesome that the full month of September is that I started going to see movies on my own again. That's why I started going to see movies on my own again. And then I saw the Suicide Squad 2021, and guess what guys, I actually saw the Suicide Squad in theaters 3 days before it stopped playing. That's right, I saw the Suicide Squad in theaters 3 days before it stopped playing. Sorry guys, I got a notification from my iPod. Thankfully my video is saying, phew. Back to what I was saying, guys, I can't believe I just put the wrong button. So yeah, so my experience on the Suicide Squad 2021, honestly, it was like one of the best rated R movies I had ever seen in the 2001 movie. I was blown away, and guess what? I was so close to be the only person. There was only one person, and then I had like a frowny face, and I was like, maybe someday I'll be the only person. Maybe someday. But other than that, guys, Suicide Squad was a fantastic movie. It was amazing. And I also forgot to mention now, my next movie I was supposed to go see Jungle Cruise, but for some reason, guys, I normally go to the movie theaters during the nighttime while my parents are sleeping, because I normally sneak out my bedroom window to go see the movies. And yes, guys, I know it's very sneaky and very bad, but I really want to go to the movie theaters on my own, because after all, guys, I'm 22 years old. My family needs to learn that I can go see movies on my own. But my mom doesn't know that, because she's worried that I'm going to get like hurt or something because of that mass shooting that happened back in Colorado back in 2012 during the Batman shootings. So basically, so yeah. So anyways, and then my brother, and then for some reason my brother did not went to bed until 9:30, and I was really pissed off, and I was freaking pissed off, and I was like, oh my freaking God, I want to see Jungle Cruise. So anyway, guys, but before I carry on, I'll tell you why I want to see Jungle Cruise. What happened is that back in the beginning of August, it was during nighttime, and I was bored, and I was basically bored, and I was actually on my brother's phone, and I watched some of my YouTube videos, and then my mom came into the room, and then I basically turned my brother's cell phone off pretty quickly, because like I said, I want to keep my channel a secret from my family. And then my mom was really pissed off at me for that I was on my brother's phone, And I, even though I did ask my brother's permission, and he did say yes, my mom was still pissed off at me for me being on my brother's cell phone, even though I did ask him permission. Like, what the fuck? And then for her payback, she took my brother and my Mimi to see Jungle Cruise while I was at work. Like, what the fuck? And also, I was so pissed off that
Take it down a notch.
Sorry guys, my friend from work. Back on saying, guys. So basically, and then I was really pissed off, and my reaction was like, "How the fuck you saw Jungle Cruise without me?" And no, guys, I didn't say fuck. I said to myself, "How in the H you saw Jungle Cruise without me?"
Lower it. I heard you all the way down there.
Sorry about that. And besides, I'm making a video, so sorry guys. Back on saying, I can't believe I see my dog now. Hey, back. Sorry guys, back on saying. So anyways, so yeah, I was really upset that I did not see Jungle Cruise with my family, and I was really upset, that my mom actually did that for her payback. So anyways, so basically, I was on my iPod, checking to see what other movies were playing during this hour besides Jungle Cruise, and I did and then I saw Free Guy was playing, and I was like, oh, Free Guy, okay, I'll go see it. And after I saw Free Guy, it was awesome. I loved it. It was like one of the best Ryan Reynolds live action movies I've seen so far. And then for some reason, now let's get into the negative that I had with September. What happened was I was at work, and I was putting some bacon away, and then I actually stubbed my leg up against a big giant container of peaches, and I accidentally sent out the F-bomb. I actually said fuck out pretty loud. And then for some reason I did tell my friend sorry for me saying that, because it really hurt really badly. And then what I did not even know is that my mom called my work to see how I was doing. And then my friend talked to my mom, and he meant everything that happened. And then when I got home, my mom wasn't home during that time, and during the last minute before I was, getting ready for bed, my mom told me to come to her room, and she did manage about the whole entire incident that happened to me, and I did manage that I was apologized, and then we got into like a small argument. It wasn't like a big argument, it was like a small argument. And then she told me that I was basically grounded until Friday. It was actually like on a Wednesday. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Which I was so pissed off that, you know what I did for payback? I actually snuck out of the house, booked an Uber ride, and go see Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And guess what? The next day, my mom didn't even know. And I said to myself, that's what you get for grabbing for 3 days, you lazy bastard. So yeah, I was really upset. So anyway, guys, and now let's talk about when I go see Jungle Cruise. It was fantastic. It was so great. And then I was like, finally, I can go see Jungle Cruise. And then I remember when I got to the movie theater, I sat down for like a few minutes waiting for the trailer. I was like, wait a minute, there's no one. And I was like, did my wish come true? And then when my reaction came, I was like, I'm the only person! And then guess what? I actually did the Sonic the Hedgehog dance. It was so awesome. And I have to say this, it was like one of the best movie vlogs I ever did since Paw Patrol the movie. And not only that, guys, my reaction when I was the only person seeing Jungle Cruise, I was celebrating, I was screaming. And I said to myself, this was the best day I ever had since I saw Paw Patrol the movie. And me being the only person at Jungle Cruise, it was such a fantastic experience. It was so awesome. And guess what? As right now, my family didn't even know. So that's for payback for my family not taking me to see Jungle Cruise. Lazy bastards. Sorry guys, back on saying. And then the next day I actually saw Venom Let There Be Carnage. That's right, I saw Venom Let There Be Carnage. It was awesome and it was great. Oh, I forgot to mention, I actually made Nickelodeon movie reviews leading up to the Paw Patrol movie. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was great. And the very first movie review that I'm going to review is the Suicide Squad. That's going to be the very first movie that I'm going to review on my channel. So stay tuned for that, guys. It's going to be awesome. So, anyways, and then my review, and then Venom Let There Be Carnage. It was actually my very first advanced screen showing I saw the day before it came out, and it was fantastic. It was awesome. It was packed. it was awesome, and everyone was cheering. It was a great experience. So anyway, guys, now let's get into October. October was a really good month. It was actually really great. Really great. It was actually a really great month. Oh, I forgot to mention, and then I remember that on the 5th day of October, October 5th, the day after my mom's birthday, my mom got a phone call from my stepmom saying that we're going to visit you guys for Balloon Fiesta. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's awesome. And then we had a great time. We were hanging out and all that. And then a couple of days later, my stepmother did drive me to Old Town, and it was actually really awesome. It was great. Oh, I forgot to mention September. That's right, the last day of September. All right, guys, we're gonna get to the biggest happy ending that happened to me in September. A couple of days after I saw Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings, I was about ready to go home from work, and then I saw my mom, and then she told me to that she wanted me to check my locker, and then I told my mom, you can't be in my locker room. That's against my work's policy. So, and then, yes, he did check my locker, and he did manage to find my Paw Patrol merchandise. In my reaction, I was crying, and I was crying and went through the. And I have flashbacks of my mom throwing away my Paw Patrol items, and I basically ran out of work of me crying, and I was really sad. Now I was so worried that my mom was not going to throw away my Paw Patrol merchandise away again. And then 30 minutes later, I actually went to my mom and I was like, "Hey Dakota, listen, I need to tell you something. I'm not going to throw away your merchandise." And I was like, "Wait, what? What do you mean? You throw them away back last year in 2020. 2020, you said that show was for little kids. And you told me to grow out of it." And I was like, "Yes, I know. I know it's a kid's show, little kid show. I know it's my opinion, but I can fully understand why you like the show, because you like Marshall, you like Chase, and you like how the dogs talk and all that, and you think that the dogs were cute, but guess what, Dakota? You can keep your Paw Patrol merchandise. But Dakota, listen, you can keep your Paw Patrol merchandise and your DVDs, but keep them in your room. Because once we get our DVD shelf, I don't want your Paw Patrol DVDs on the bookshelf. I want to keep them in your room." And my reaction, I was in shock, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, Mom's gonna let me keep my Paw Patrol merchandise?" And then I forgot to mention, and then for my birthday, however, on my birthday, I got a big surprise. My brother did manage to give me the 2 Paw Patrol DVDs, Moto Pups and King Catastrophe Crew. And then my mom was like, happy birthday, Dakota. I did feel bad for me throwing your stuff away. You can keep them, but promise me you'll keep them in your room." And I was like, "I will, Mom. I will." And that was like one of the best things I ever had. And not only that, I actually slept on my Chase plus the day when my mom noticed it. So that's right, guys. My mom is going to allow me to keep my Paw Patrol merchandise. Nice, but I'm going to keep them. But I'm going to keep them in my bedroom closet though. So yeah, that was actually. So it was like one of the greatest things that ever happened. Which I was crying, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, 2020 was improving." So yeah. So anyway, guys, now let's get into the other topic in October where my stepmom came into town. So I remember my stepmom came into town. We actually went to Applebee's and we went to Old Town. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also managed to got the Breaking Bad DVDs. That's right, because I was looking all over the store for Breaking Bad DVDs, and then one of the employees went to the back room, and he did found the last 2 copies of season 3 and season 4, and he said, "Listen, these are the last 2 copies that I found. I want you to have them. I'm going to pay the Breaking Bad DVDs for you." And I was like, "Thank you." So that was very nice of him. I actually got the Breaking Bad DVDs for free. Well, he did pay for them, but I didn't pay with my money, so that's good. And I also managed to get Breaking Bad rock candy and the Breaking Bad t-shirt. It was awesome. It was great. Oh, I forgot to mention, and then I was supposed to go on this train ride this tram train ride that rides in the sky, but unfortunately all tickets were sold out. So to make arrangements, my stepmother and her daughter took me and my brother to go see No Time to Die in IMAX. That's right, I actually saw No Time to Die in IMAX. It was awesome. It was amazing. So anyway, guys, now let's get into November. November was actually surprisingly great. November was a really great month. And then I actually went back to the movie theaters again, and then I saw the movie Dune, and guess what? It was more freaking boring. Sorry, I had to keep my voice low because I don't want to get into trouble. So yeah, my reaction, don't get me wrong, guys, I don't actually hate the movie Dune. I just didn't like it. I thought it was boring. That's what I think of Dune 2021. But don't worry, guys. If there's any people out there who like the movie Dune, I can handle your opinion. But don't get me wrong, some of the action scenes in the movie were good, but it had like less action scenes and way more talking. That's the reason why I found the movie so boring. And I heard that they're actually making a Dune Part 2, because when I saw the first movie in theaters, it says Dune Part 1. So, if Dune Part 2 does have a lot of action than the first part, I might go see it. It depends. But I heard that the movie Dune was actually based on the 80s movie, but I haven't seen the 80s movie. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention it. I saw the movie Ron Guns Ron. That's right, I saw Ron Guns Ron in theaters. And guess what? I was the only person for the second time. And you know what I did? Saw the Hedgehog dance. Oh yeah. So yeah, Ron Guns Ron. It was a really funny movie. And I remember, and I will tell my favorite parts in Ron Guns Ron. This is the sneak peek for my review. For my review on Ron Guns Ron coming very soon. I love the part when Ron Guns Ron was glitchy and goes like, "Hi, afternoon." That was so funny, and then he like glitches and all that, and he says, "Please connect me to the Bubble Network." That was so funny, and he did that dance like, "Get that, get that, get that." That was so funny. Ron, I have to say this, Ron has to be like the most funniest robot I have ever seen. Like he kind of reminds me of Baymax from Big Hero 6. So yeah, so anyways guys, now let's get into the final month, and that is December. December was great. It was awesome. I remember that in the beginning I forgot to mention in November one of my family members came to the town, which is actually the same person who hated Joker 2019. And we did manage to watch Cruella de Vil, that Cruella movie. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also saw that movie when I was at my friend's house in California. It was great. And I forgot to mention I also saw Luca. That's right, I forgot to mention I saw Luca as well. It was awesome. It was great. I'm still really upset that movie skipped theaters, sadly. It was really sad. So anyways, and then I remember when we were watching Cruella, when we got to the end credits, I did mention that Emily Stone, that he was also in Zombieland, and then one of my family members said, yeah, and he was in Double Tap, and I said, yeah, I didn't see Double Tap in theaters because I was excited for Joker even more, and then my mom said, have you seen Joker? And I was like, yes, he saw it, and he said it was awful. And he did mention the reason why I hate Joker, because he didn't follow with the comics, because when my mom's friend, when he was a kid, back when my mom's friend was a kid, he read a lot of comic books because he was into a lot of reading comic books at the time. And yes, I did mention my mom's friend, my family member. I was like, listen, don't hate me for this, but I like the movie Joker because I like Joaquin Phoenix. The acting was great. Rock and Roll Part 2 was great, and I did mention why the movie was great. Even the movie was dark. And then surprisingly, my family member said it's okay. I did understand you like the movie Joker because of the makeup, the acting, all that. It's okay. I can handle your opinion on Joker. Now don't get me wrong, he did tell me that there were some scenes that he liked in the movie Joker. Like, he actually liked the Rocky Road Part 2 on stair dance. He thought that scene was pretty cool. He thought the costume design was pretty cool, and Joaquin Phoenix Joker laugh, and that was pretty much it in his opinion. So at least he that there was some positives that he liked in the movie, but he doesn't like Joker because of the comments. So anyway, guys, now let's get into December. And then in December, I actually saw Ghostbusters Afterlife, and then my mom said, "Hey, guess what? I got a surprise for you." And I was like, "What is it?" Me and your Mimi are going to go see the Marvel movie Eternals. How about you two can go see Ghostbusters Afterlife on your own? And I was like, wow, thank you. And my movie theater experience was amazing. And as for the final battle scene of Ghostbusters Afterlife, I gotta say this. What a fantastic final battle in Ghostbusters Afterlife. I don't want to get into spoilers, but ever since when I saw that scene, that movie saved my childhood from that dreadful 2016 movie. And yes, I will manage to give Ghostbusters Afterlife on DVD soon. It was a fantastic movie. And also, I forgot to mention, and also, not only that, I also saw the movie Spider-Man No Way Home, the advanced screen showing, and I have to say, Spider-Man No Way Home was fantastic. It was awesome. And then I forgot to mention I forgot to mention I also saw Encanto on my own. And guess what? I was the only person. And you know what I did? Sonic Dance. Oh yeah. So yeah, everything about this movie, everything about Encanto was so great. And on top of that, I also saw the movie Sane on the last day of 2021, the day before the last day of 2021, and that was great. Okay, guys, I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about the biggest thing that happened to me. If you're wondering who that person is, that's my dad. His name was Christopher Harvey. The reason why I'm a little sad, back in April of 2021, my dad died of alcohol poisoning. It was so sad to see my dad died. It was so sad. The thing that really sucks about this is that the last time I met my dad was back in 2019, before COVID, and the last time I spoke to him on the phone was a couple of days after Christmas in 2020. What happened is that back in 2020, my aunt passed away in 2020, one of my aunts, and ever since then my father didn't feel the same, and my dad, and according to my other aunt, he did tell me that right after my aunt passed away, my dad felt really depressed and he didn't felt the same. And when my stepmom's friend found him, he found him dead on the kitchen floor. Oh my god. I'm sorry to shock you guys, but if you don't want to listen to this part, skip to a different part of this video, please. If you guys don't want to listen to it. So yeah, it was so sad. It was so sad, and the reason why I know that he died of alcohol poisoning is because there was a broken wine glass and there was wine spilled next to him. So it was so sad, and I actually skipped a whole weekend of work because of my dad. And even worse of all, my dad passed away a week after my papa died. So yeah, but I would have to say this: my dad will always be right beside me, and he will always be in my heart. And if you're wondering, what is this photo, you guys? This was taken at my high school graduation back in 2017, way before I became a YouTuber. So yeah, I have to say this: that's like the biggest complaint that happened to me in 2021, of me losing my father, of me losing my grandfather. It was really sad. My dad will always be remembered in my heart. Rest in peace, Dad. I will always love you, no matter what. Okay, guys, I'm done. Oh man, that was hard to talk about, but thankfully I did it. And on the anniversary when my dad passed away, I would definitely upload this video on my community tab, and I'll put on this on this day in 2021, I lost my dad. And if you're wondering how old my dad was, he was 55. Sorry guys, hit the wrong button. So oh guys, oh god, I gotta clear my tears. Man, sorry about that, you guys. I basically cried a little. Hope you guys understand that. It's just tough for me losing my dad. Anyways, guys, so despite that, guys, 2021 was a really good year, but this year had a lot of ups and downs for me. The biggest downfall that I ever had was me losing my dad. But all that, guys, since 2021 was a huge apology to 2020, it was a great year, but the biggest issue that I had in 2021 is me losing my dad. I do know that my dad will always be in my heart, and he will always be my guardian angel, and will always be right beside. And I know that he will always be right behind me and right by my side before the day I died. So, all guys, 2021 was a really great year, and I forgot to mention on December 26th, Violet first returned to YouTube. Oh my God, that was a great day of December 26th. So guys, I'm gonna end this right here. My final rating for 2021. I was originally to give this year a 7 out of 10, but due to the fact that my mom did allow me to keep my Paw Patrol merchandise, and since Violet first returned, I had to give this year a 7.7 out of 10. It was a really good year, but the biggest downfall that I ever had was losing my dad. Let's hope that 2022 will be way more better, but don't get me wrong, 2021 was a really great year, was a really good year. Big apologize to 2020. So anyway guys, I'm going to end this video now. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, like and share with your friends, and stay tuned for my very first review in 2021, The Suicide Squad. I'll see you guys later. Until next time, goodbye!
Thank you for watching.